Let's have a quick conversation about Nextpoint. So when we talk about Nextpoint, we're actually talking about e-discovery software for lawyers, okay? So here's the synopsis I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Nextpoint, I want you to think about a cloud-based e-discovery and document review platform that focuses on user experience and flexibility. And the whole thing really covers legal professionals. And so this software is not really a plug-and-play system though, okay? However, even though it requires some setup, they focus on making the customization process user-friendly, so we love that a lot. And thank you, Nextpoint. Additionally, they offer free consultations, weekly webinars, and extensive assistance in building your individual e-discovery processes. This is kind of cool. So Nextpoint is kind of suitable for all kinds of law firms. If you have a small law firm or a mid-sized firm or even a larger law firm, you are good to go. Even if you are a solo practice or practitioner, you will still enjoy Nextpoint's features, okay? So this is something that I really wanted to say. So in terms of cost, everything depends on the project. And so this is kind of important. Now, what are the features that you can really expect if you were to go with Nextpoint? First of all, there is no free trial. So really, if you want to test out the product, it's just better to go with the demo. I'll speak about the pricing later on, but they want you to really actually demo the product and then buy it, okay? There's no way of you trying the software for free. Okay, and you have predictive coding within Nextpoint. We love that a lot. This is where Nextpoint really actually shines in terms of helping you set your parameters and using predictive coding to pre-tag documents before you even start reviewing them. You have OCR, so OCR is kind of cool. It's kind of important within Nextpoint. You also have Bates stamping, so this is an important element when it comes to e-discovery in general, and Nextpoint does have that. Nextpoint also shines when it comes to production logs. So basically, you are able to keep track of which documents have been produced in the discovery. You have collaboration features also, so you are able to batch and share documents with other users. This is kind of cool across your teams, by the way. And in some cases, if you need help, Nextpoint is able to provide free consulting to you with no problem. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the specs here. So when we analyze Nextpoint, there are a few things that you need to pay attention to. So Nextpoint is really great when it comes to helping you upload, analyze, review, share, collaborate, and present documents in a court admissible way. In other words, the documents should be actually passed muster when it comes to admissibility. Okay, so when we talk about upload, you basically can drag and drop all files for a simple, secure import. For analysis, you can quickly filter and call with data set visualization. For review, you can accelerate doc review with custom settings. You can send for sharing. You can send instant productions with a mouse click. So this is really important. You can collaborate. You can easily manage depositions and transcripts. And in terms of presenting, you can create custom doc treatments and call out. So this is really cool in terms of helping you actually have a clear idea, have an A to Z vision of your e-discovery process. So this is really important. And the bottom line here is that Nextpoint actually helps you have a faster, more flexible document review. So basically, their core is a full-featured. The software's core is really a full-featured, easy-to-use document review workflow with unlimited data hosting. And the whole thing was designed to simplify and automate the entire process, allowing you to customize almost everything in real time. So this is really good. See, the thing is, you're not doing things like with the delay here. You have things almost simultaneously, almost instantaneously. So real time, this is really good. We're talking here about views, tags, coding, bulk actions, and more. So this is really fantastic for your particular team or project, okay? So Nextpoint is really flexible in its ability to add coding fields and folders as you review text, shapes, and the attorneys with whom we actually have reviewed Nextpoint tell us all the time that this feature is so important. Those features is really important. So when you think about Nextpoint, think about free trial, in some cases demoing, not really free trial. Think about predictive coding. Think about OCR, optical character recognition. Think about Bates stamping, available, of course, production log, collaboration, and free consulting in some cases. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Nextpoint. So this is a Nextpoint review. So when we talk about the specs that really come with Nextpoint, it's really important to understand that this software gives you a dynamic 360 views of all your case data, and you want to have that granularity. You want to have that comprehensiveness, because this is going to help you litigate better. This is going to help you actually power up your evidence admissibility. Okay, and the cool thing is that with Nextpoint, you have a customizable visualization feature that really allows you to have a clear-eyed view of your entire database, giving you a big picture insight to make smart decisions immediately after upload. Okay, you can quickly execute bulk calling or coding and properly organize your review from the outset. So this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about Nextpoint, really, as you can see on the screen here, you can see actually the history of documents here. You can see the graphs here that you have a seasonality when it comes to total documents, total emails, attachments, and email threads. This is where Nextpoint really shines, okay? And also you are able to import files. You can see on the screen here now the file importation is really important. And again, everything I'm telling you is within a secured environment. We're speaking about AES 256 military grade, banking grade environment. Okay, the encryption is really fine. So don't worry about actually inadvertently sharing client data. No, you are good to go. If you're listening to me right now, you are still on the fence in terms of eDiscovery, and you're kind of worried about security. We hear you. Our team sort of analyzes this all the time. But what I want to say here is that with Nextpoint, they have actually devised. They have devised a great protocol, great security protocol to help to actually counter any kind of like a leakage. Now, are they better? No, but they're constantly updating. They're constantly improving that process every single day. The only thing we're really not happy about is the fact that there are some glitches sometimes when it comes to a file importing within Nextpoint. There are some glitches, and those glitches tend to be sporadic. They tend to be they have no clear pattern, so you never know when you are going to have the next glitch. So it's one of those things where we know the engineers at Nextpoint are still at Nextpoint are still working on. So hey, it is what it is. Let me talk to you about a tool that Nextpoint tool that's always very great, no matter the size of your firm. A very simple tool, a very secure tool. You are able to have a simple and secure upload, and so their speedy drag and drop uploader makes it that simple for anyone to import and organize files in minutes. And the database setup and all the complicated and critical stuff like dedupe, OCR, imaging, metadata extraction, all this is done automatically, and there are no data charges. Okay, they're not charging you extra for anything. That's what I was just telling you earlier. Like, their service is great. If you just forget about the occasional glitches, their service is great. The cost is kind of high though. I'll speak about pricing later on. But the cool thing is that when you think about the next one, I want you to think about an exchange that is really great in terms of evidence. Again, when we talk about evidence in the e-discovery process, we focus a lot on admissibility. So your evidence must be admissible in a court of law. Otherwise, all that e-discovery work that you did is it's just for nuts. Okay, so you think of Nextpoint as a modern evidence exchange. So you can actually say goodbye to downloads, DVDs, FTP sites, and shipping hardware. With Nextpoint, what you do here is that exchanging evidence is more secure, always free, and as easy as sending an email. And they've actually built a very secure platform to sort of share files or exports with collaborators or experts, which really takes seconds. Can you imagine that? It really takes seconds. So this is really great. And so one thing I want to say also is that you have to understand that the post-review case building tools are also really great. So you can use your secure cloud workspace to manage all your evidence, including post-production data like depositions, videos, and transcripts, and collaborate more effectively when your team is preparing your case for hearing or trial. So it's all about empowering you it's all about empowering you to litigate better, to litigate more effectively, and to win. It's not to actually litigate successfully. Okay. So when you think about Nextpoint, think about your all-in-one e-discovery software. So basically, and then go beyond e-discovery software though, because they help you with managing depositions, stamping exhibits, managing key issues, and creating doc treatments. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Nextpoint. This is a Nextpoint review. Let's talk about pricing here. So you can see on the screen here that Nextpoint is really hiding all data. They're not really sharing anything. And, it's kind of customary in this business for some providers. So basically, Nextpoint wants you to first to try the demo. See, as I told you earlier, they do not have a free trial. So there's no like a free 30-day trial or free 15-day trial. Basically, you have the ability to test out the demo, to get your feet wet, so to speak. And if you like the demo, then you go with the real thing and you start paying right away. So there's no way to actually give you a free access to the live products. Okay, so you can see that basically you have the option to actually get either the single, you can get a single project or an all access. If you're a large firm, of course, the decision is pretty logical. You go with all access. But if you have a single project, if you're a solo practitioner, you want to go with a single project, because they're charging you per user. The subscription is per user. But for all access, you have unlimited projects and you have flexible terms. Okay, and so that's the first screenshot I'm showing with you, right? I'm showing you right now. I want you to move on to the second screenshot. So here you have all the ancillary benefits. So you have a free data hosting, okay, and then you have 0 data charges. So those are also other plans. So with Nextpoint, you have 4 plans. You have a single project, and then you have all access, and then you have a free data hosting, then you have 0 data charges. Now you can actually test out all 3 or 4 of them. Okay, but the thing is that for free data hosting, there's no free demo. That makes sense. But the thing is, you can test out 0 data charges. You can test out actually all access. You can test out single project and see which one really works for you. Okay. And the cool thing about free data hosting is that you have a long list. You can see on the screen. You have a long list of benefits. They are really great when it comes to helping you host your data, especially when you have a mid-size or even a small law firm that really is growing like crazy. That has let's say a multiplicity of pending cases. You want to have that free data hosting. So Nextpoint is really great in that sense. Let me talk to you about the extras here. So when we talk about Nextpoint, there are a few extras that we really need to mention here. And Nextpoint actually boasts a data strategy team populated by expert programmers, PhDs in data analytics, and lawyers steeped in discovery strategy. So basically, the acumen is there. The eDiscovery or discovery acumen is totally there. Okay, and you are helped by people with deep experience in data, litigation, and arbitration who have been in the trenches and know what to look for. So basically, this is really a call for you to actually hire Nextpoint. But what we have seen in our research is that they really deserve it. I mean, they have a few defects, if you will. But overall, this is a team that has received kudos day in and day out, or year in and year out, or quarter in, quarter out, month in, month out. Okay, when you engage Nextpoint, their data strategy team will help you figure out search terms, search syntaxes, and other ways to make sure every stone is overturned. It's all about helping you litigate better. It's all about helping you litigate successfully. And they also have another extra feature that I'd like to mention here that our team was able to actually uncover. That's the in-app chat. So basically, it's an in-app chat process. So you can get instant access to support engineers through the software's in-app chat to help guide you through any difficulties you may experience with the e-discovery process. And here, we're not talking about a chatbot. We're talking about regular live people, like real humans who can answer questions to you intelligently, not like the kind of robotic sort of messaging that you get through a chatbots. Okay, you also have weekly training. So you have weekly training sessions. You can avail yourself of those sessions. Who knows? Okay, if you're curious to see how Nextpoint really works, They offer live weekly webinars to show you everything that you need to understand. And all our team members have actually availed themselves of that weekly training. So we are able to get a little closer to the animal, if you will. We're getting closer to the beast, if you will. So to understand things clearly, and so if you are interested in Nextpoint, especially in discovery in general and eDiscovery in particular, you want to avail yourself of that free training. So what is the value added here? So basically, when you think about Nextpoint, I want you to think about all kinds of functionalities, especially those revolving around unlimited data. So really, what happens here is that you can simply drag and drop files to upload with zero import or hosting charges. If you see earlier, I was just showing you the fact that you have zero hosting charges for data. This is really good. And the cool thing is that Nextpoint really helps you also when it comes to faster document review. So you can search at link speed instantly, and you can instantly preview docs, and you can use bulk actions. So this is really fantastic. And Nextpoint is really cool also when it comes to electronic production. Now the only problem we have with electronic production is that they're not really fast in terms when the data is really humongous, when it's really huge. They're not really that fast. They are fast with smaller sized data. Okay, they can help you securely exchange productions with anyone with just a mouse click. That's fine when you have a small amount of data. But when you start going a little up, like when you start going higher, Nextpoint is really nowhere to be found. What happens here is that sometimes they don't answer calls. They don't really do anything. It's not really reliable at that level, of course. You have expert witness discovery, so you can build electronic witness binders and organize transcript libraries. You have quick data reduction, so you can use custom data analytics for large volume data filtering. You have custom templates. In other words, this is where you basically, if you have a very complicated case, you can customize views. You can use preloaded export templates or save your own. This is where, again, Nextpoint really adds value a lot. You have custom templates. So basically, you are able to, again, I think I've already said that, you can do deposition management. In other words, you can make designations, objections, and sync videos with transcripts. So this is really helpful in terms of helping you, again, win a trial. You also have presentation, so you can create document callouts for hearing and trial presentations. So this is one of those things where Nextpoint is really helping you in the e-discovery process way before you go to court. And again, we're speaking here about the admissibility of evidence, okay, the validity of evidence, and the reliability of evidence. And Nextpoint is really helping you, making sure that the data that you eventually show the court, the data you eventually show the judicial process, it's solid enough to warrant you a win in litigation. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, let me do a quick recap here. Today's conversation, I was talking to you about Nextpoint. So basically for Nextpoint, this was a Nextpoint review. So I gave you a synopsis, the features, the specs, the pricing, the extras, and the value added. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.